Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jillian and I have way too many hobbies. Today I am reorganizing this shelf system. It's just two 9-cube shelves stacked on top of each other, and if you know, I used to be a really big crocheter and I'm really not anymore. However, I'm stuck with way too much yarn and it's kind of an issue, and I was honestly tired of looking at it right now, so I took all of it off of these shelves and I will be moving all of the books I own onto these shelves. So that's what we're gonna get into today. And then I also have a fun book haul, and then we'll put those on the shelf as well. Let's just get into it. I do also have a Target haul. So we have good hauls today and getting some organization for my hobby / craft room because it is a hot mess in here. Alright, so I just grabbed all of my books from inside of my bedroom, stacked them up here, and now we're gonna get to putting them away. Okay, y'all, so real and honest overlook of my craft room right now. Forewarning, it is not good in here. It's not pretty, it's not cute. But anyways, we have way too much yarn. So down in these boxes, I have this huge box full of yarn, also full of yarn, full of yarn. These I think I'm going to keep up here for now because I really don't have room for them. We have my 2 cube shelving units for books, a couple on there right now. This is, I got a little organizer for random stuff. This is my whole desk setup, my PS5. This is our book haul for today. Just needs to be cleaned up. Doggies. And then this is just something else. So my husband's clothes are in here because we have super tiny closets in our upstairs and just not enough room. So those are going to stay in there. This huge garbage bag is full of yarn as well, you guys. It's actually an issue. I have my Cricut machine and my heat press. I have some market stuff for crochet. I have some blank cups down in there and right there. Some candle making stuff. Over here, clothes that I'm planning on selling. Lego sets I haven't built. Shipping supplies. I think that's nail stuff all in there. Random stuff. This corner, hot mess. Yeah. My sewing machine set up. There's a bunch of like craft supplies over there. So all in all, very much need an organization. I eventually want to have, I think, the bookshelves over in this corner. And then I want this corner to be my reading area and eventually get a little chair to put in the corner there. And I think it'll look so nice. But yeah, that's what we're working with today. We're gonna get hopefully most of this figured out. So now that my bookshelf is completely filled with the books I already own, I got them all switched over. And of course we have a bunch of open room for more books, so we'd love that. And I will be putting these books that I'm about to share with you in them, but I'm going to be going through my book haul from yesterday. Me and my cousin went shopping at 2 different half-price books as well as Target, so let me share those with you. First off, from Target, we have Slasher Summer by E.L. Chen. Really, all I know about this book is that it's a horror book and it's kind of like the movie Scream vibes. It's based on like a scary movie. So that's really all I know about it, and I'm actually really obsessed with this little box set. The book and then the sprayed edges, so cute. And this was the last one on the shelf, so I definitely took that as a sign to purchase this. The next 2 from Target I was really excited to find for honestly a pretty good price each. And we have With a Vengeance from Riley Sager. If you don't know, I'm trying to read all of Riley Sager's books, and I dedicated a cubby up there just for Riley Sager books. It's just where you can't see, and I'm excited to keep collecting books. And I really don't know what that book is about, but we're gonna see. And then this one I am really excited for. This is his newest release, and this is The Unknown. A pretty book, and I don't know much about it, to be honest, but I was really excited to find this for, I think, like $21. So, honestly, great price. Next, this is going to be everything I got from the 2 different half-price books. I absolutely love half-price books. It's my favorite bookstore. So, let's get into it. Along with the Riley Sager theme, I picked up The House Across the Lake. Again, haven't read this one and will be adding it to my Riley Sager collection. Next, we have 1984 by George Orwell. I actually have never read this book. I know some people had it as like an assigned reading in high school, but we did not, so I'm interested in reading this one. Next, if you keep up with me on Book Talk in general, you would know, but Gillian Flynn, my name twin, if you will. I think she is one of my top favorite authors, period. I think she is the baseline and guidelines for thrillers. I just think she does such a good job with thrillers, and I don't know much about this one, but I saw it, didn't have it, and immediately had to buy it. So this is Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. I already know it's gonna be good. Next, kind of a funny story. In the first half-price books, I picked up Holly by Stephen King, and I actually was mistaking this book for The Institute because I was thinking of The Institute, and that's what I wanted to buy. But the first bookstore only had like a bunch of copies of Holly, and as you can see, the covers are kind of similar, so I got a little confused. I also didn't read the back of this one because I thought it was this one, but I don't know how that made sense when this one is like a name. I don't know. I was confused. And then the second bookstore, I picked up The Institute finally, and I was like, oh, I did buy a different book, but that's okay because, again, we're adding to my Stephen King collection. I'm going to be also having a separate cubby just for Stephen King books. Next, we have Mary by Nat Cassidy. I've heard great things about this book. It's a horror book. That's really all I know. I was so excited to find this. This was the only Nat Cassidy book that I saw, so had to pick this one up. And then we have Wild Dark Shore. This one I don't know too much about. I did put it on my Goodreads TBR at some point, but all I know is it's about like a lighthouse keeper and his son, and I think some strangers arrive on the island and stuff starts happening. So, pretty interesting to me. And then this one I picked up just kind of randomly. I read the synopsis and I was like, you know what? I will probably enjoy this book. So this is Anatomy of an Alibi. Basic thriller, I'm guessing. And last, but definitely not least, this was probably the most exciting find for me because I didn't think I was going to find it. It was not in the first half-price books, but it was in the second store that we went to, and that's Escape by Stephen Fishbach. If you like Survivor, the show, this is basically a book written by a Survivor contestant, and it's based on a Survivor-like show. And all I know is that, and I think there's some like thriller or mystery elements as well in this, and I think I'm really, really going to enjoy this book. Absolutely, I was so stoked when I saw it on the bottom shelf. It was unreal. But yeah, that's all of the books I bought yesterday. That's my book haul. I think it was an awesome book shopping day, and all in all, I probably spent like $100, maybe $120 for all of these books, so that's pretty good in my opinion. And now I'm going to put all these books in my bookshelf and I'll share my little Target haul with you guys. So from Target, as you can see, I purchased 2 laundry baskets because we always need laundry baskets, and these were only $4 each, so had to do it. And then I got myself a couple of tops. I got this cute little purple tank top. Funny story, this actually still had the security tag on it, and I had no idea. I went to the self-checkout. The alarm didn't go off when I walked through the doors, nothing like that, so I literally just noticed it today, but I ended up getting it off with some scissors, so that's a great hack. And then this is just kind of funny to me, so I had to get it, and I love cars, so had to get the Lightning McQueen tank top. It was only $5. I had to. And then, of course, I got some Halloween stuff. I got this cute little bathroom towel set. It says brush your fangs. Cute. And then I got this little Witch's Brew sign and this little ghost on a swing portrait. Super cute. I'm gonna find out a spot in here to put it. I have a vision for this room, I really do, but it's just a matter of buying the furniture, which I'm gonna have to save up for, and figuring out where all of my extra craft stuff is going to go. I know I want to purchase a metal cabinet from Amazon within the next couple of months here so that I can put kind of my loose and random craft supplies in there and they won't look so cluttered throughout my room. So that's the goal, but I need to start earning some extra money off of social media. So I really appreciate it if you watch this video all the way through. Like, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate it, and I'm really trying to build a loving, welcoming community here. And yeah, that's really all. But that's my Target haul. I think I'm going to go down and throw in my crock-pot meal that I'm making for myself, and then the extras I'm going to use for my work meals the next 2 days. If you didn't know, I have a full-time job. I was working only the weekends, but 12-hour shifts, and I've been doing that the past 3 years. And now all of a sudden they completely are getting rid of my weekend shift, which kind of does suck because now I have to work 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. 3 days a week, which isn't ideal. Definitely gonna take some getting used to, but I'm trying to manifest some good opportunities to happen because I really don't know what I want to do with my life in general, and I think that's just being a 25-year-old, you know? Just not knowing what we're doing, what's going on, but we're having fun along the way, either way, so yeah. Anyways, enough rambling. I'm gonna go start this food.